Evening. Happy Monday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be tuning in from. I hope you're having a fantastic day thus far. Today has been a pretty good day. If you tuned into my live yesterday, I was getting my nails situated. So my nails are now done. Kind of have like this iridescent kind of thing going on, giving summer. So glad I got those done. I didn't think I was going to because it was late. And I stated this so many times in yesterday's live that it usually takes me way longer to do my nails than I anticipate. So I'm actually very happy I got these done. And I did my toes too. So winning. Let's see. So what else about today? Today was a pretty chill day. I actually decided to go out today. I don't remember when it was, but a few lives ago, the conversation was kind of like, girl, why don't you go anywhere? Like, what's good? So I made sure to leave my house today and I went out. I'm in a new community. So I actually went out and explored the community a little bit. And I may have found a chill spot for me to chill. So I'm happy about that. So, anyways, yeah, so then I came home and I'm gonna get ready for bed shortly. And I was like, hey, let me just come on and do this live real quick. So I'm here to do this live. And the topic for today's live is looks can be deceiving. Okay. And this is kind of a loaded topic. It's a very loaded topic. This is a big topic. This topic can go so many different ways. And I probably should have taken some notes to kind of keep me on track with it, but I did not. Hello, hello, what's up? Welcome in. So yeah, I didn't take any notes for this. So I'm gonna just try to move through it. I'm not gonna do a poll or anything like that tonight because I'm actually a little bit tired from being out today and I kind of just want to vibe out and relax for the rest of the night. So looks can be deceiving. Okay. I'm not sure if anyone has ever experienced a situation or a circumstance where they were in a position where somebody looked at them and just from looking at them passed a judgment about who you are, right? So somebody looked at you and decided to pass a judgment based on maybe what you look like, what you were wearing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, so forth and so on, right? People pass judgments all day, every day. And the reason why I decided to do this topic is because the bigger aspect of this topic is really an underlying understanding and I would say compassion for people. This is really an ode to compassion for individuals. And this can be double sided. This is actually a very large topic, which I'm going to try to condense into just a few moments. So, when you see people, you can't tell what they've been through. You don't know the life experience that they've had. You don't know the struggles that they've had. You don't know the fears that they have. You don't know the obstacles and challenges that they've overcome in their life. You don't know anything about that person. And so many people think it's okay to see somebody and make a judgment off of somebody just solely based on what they see. And that happens a lot on the internet, way more than it should. And I think it's very important for people just to remember to have compassion for individuals because you might see someone and feel like they're a certain type of way just from looking at them, but you don't know. You don't know. One of the things that actually happened to me recently in one of these lives, and it was just so interesting to me and it kind of struck a chord, and that's why I said, "You know what? This is a good topic for me to come on and share because I know that there's probably a lot of people that have felt singled out, you know?" And honestly, I'm grateful cuz I can say I don't look like what I've been through, okay? And that is a blessing in itself because People might see you and figure that because you look a certain type of way that you've not had hardships in life. They don't know anything about anyone just by looking at them. They don't know if you can, you know, afford your bills. They don't know if you've recently lost somebody in your life. They don't know if you are going through a divorce, a breakup, a heartbreak, anything. People just look at people and assume that they know them. And I think that is something that is very sad because so many people go through so many different things and a lot of people grieve silently. A lot of people are dealing with things that nobody knows that they're dealing with. And when we pass judgments on people just from looking at them, it actually says more about the person passing the judgment. So it says more about the people passing the judgment than the people that are actually going through the situation. And this is a story for everybody. This is not a story that is strictly for race. It's not a story that is strictly for gender. It's a story that transcends everything, right? And just like I'm saying, you can look at somebody and not know what they're going through and how it's important to have compassion for people because you don't know their life experiences. I think it's also very important to understand that that can go the other way because you can see people who parade around to be nice people, but they're mean trolls on the internet, right? So those are things to consider as well. Sometimes you think people are good people. Sometimes you think people are genuine people, and they're not, right? And ultimately, it still comes back to compassion because some of the most inconsiderate people, some of the most mean people, some of the people with the most anger and resentment towards others are people who have been through things in their life. Thank you. I did them yesterday. I appreciate that. So that's something to consider. Okay. So I'm from Canada. I'm born and raised in Canada. My parents are from the Caribbean, actually. I've come from a Jamaican background. So stereotypes is not something I'm new to. Okay. Also, the fact that I am of African descent, also the fact that I am a tall female, and a whole bunch of other stereotypes I've had to endure in my life just based on how I look. People trying to judge me and sum me up just based on how I look. Okay. So I feel like this is a topic that I have a ton of experience with. And I can understand the frustration that somebody would feel when they're looked at and judged without being known. And it happens all the time, happens every day. I saw something today. I guess a guy, he's a millionaire. He went into a Kia dealership. I didn't watch the full short. I just saw the headline. So I guess this guy's millionaire. He goes into a Kia dealership. And the fact that, of course, he's in a Kia dealership and the fact that he doesn't look like a standard millionaire, he was not treated well. Right. And that says more about humanity than anything. And I think it's very important that we have compassion. And then also on the other side of things, on the flip side, like I said, there can be people who parade around to be people that are good-hearted and they're not. And I think it's important that everybody just move with wisdom, move with discernment and compassion if you can, because even those people that are mean and like to spew hate, it says a lot about what they've experienced and what they've endured in their life and the pain that they're experiencing for them to be in a place to spew hate at other people, especially people that they don't know, right? So that's really my call today with this topic of looks being deceiving is just knowing that everybody's going through something, everybody's facing a battle. And when it comes down to it, Love is the greatest gift that we can have. It's the greatest gift that we can give to ourselves and to others. And I think it's important for us to just have compassion, even for people that are mean, because you don't know what type of mental abuse they've dealt with, or whatever whatever type of struggles they've had in life that made them mean and angry, that they feel like they need to spew that hate at other people. So that is pretty much all I had to say today. I'm taking a very large topic and just really condensing it, because I think it's something that needs to be said. And it's sad that the world is the way that it is, honestly, in that regards, that people feel the need to spew hate and to judge people that they don't know. But it's the world that we live in. So I just want to encourage you that if you're someone that has experienced that, that I hear you, I see you, I understand you. I've been there. And try to have compassion. And if you're somebody that does that, if you are willing to listen and hear, that maybe you should also choose compassion, right? So choose compassion if you can. That's my short message for today. I thank you for being here. And I hope that this week is a fantastic week for you. I have been doing these daily lives, and every day is different. Every day I learn something. Every day I come across something that really makes me think. And I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to share my thoughts and the boldness to even just come on here, because some of the things, even that I've seen years ago, that probably would have made me reconsider. But I'm grateful that even on days where I feel extremely tired and I've considered not coming on, I've shown up and I've been able to share a word. And I hope that it inspires someone, motivates someone, and just really help someone to see things differently, help someone to think about things differently. And yeah, so thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye. Peace.